Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch. And the man that loves big titty goth chicks, my producer Nick. How are you doing?
I knew that was going to come up. I knew that was going to come up.
You
I
just
had a
didn't know so
feeling.
early.
I had a feeling.
How could I not bring it up?
Oh, that was funny. That was funny.
Nick, I just saw you. It's
I
like
know.
what is today? Monday? I
Today's Monday.
literally just saw you yesterday,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You did. You did. We had that nice brunch at Lex Live.
Yep.
As I crawled in, I was like, "Where are you guys?"
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez. Yeah.
That was actually pretty good. That was a pretty good brunch.
Once again, the eggs when the eggs are real, it's worth it then,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
if they're powdered eggs, like I'll still eat them, but I won't be happy about it.
I was happy that they had biscuits and gravy. That was pretty good. I like biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, where did you guys get the waffles from, or did you order them?
No, they were over there.
I did not see waffles. I just saw French toast and pancakes.
Oh no, and they weren't by each other. They had a thing with French toast and pancakes, and then they had another one like one or two down that had the waffles in there.
That's fine. It's okay.
I don't know what was with the waffles, but there was something else in there.
Yeah. No worries. I had my fill and my two coffees. I was fine.
Good. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So it was a good weekend. It
Yeah.
was a good weekend.
I know people are wondering what we're talking about. No, we just got back from ScareFest in Lexington, Kentucky, so we get to talk about that and our experiences and how it all went down.
And we will, but first, we got a couple new subscribers, didn't we?
We did. We did.
But we didn't get anybody emailing us at ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com, right?
No, no,
So
no,
nobody's
no,
emailed us.
no emails yet. So
All right. So we're going to try to prompt some people because we started recording and it's just me because, it's incoherent ramblings of crazy bitch, not, I don't even know what we'd call it otherwise. But I watched the recording for last time and I've changed a couple things. Like my computer's up a little higher, so you don't have to look up my nose the entire time. That was bad. But also, I wanted to point out just some things about my room because I was laughing my ass off as I was watching it. I'm like, everybody probably thinks I live in a freaking slum, which granted, the room is kind of dirty, but like over on the one corner, I have a big pile of wigs because of the movies that I'm in. If they ever want me to be at a wig, like I have a huge assortment of wigs in that box over there. And then like my curtain that's half hanging down. I wouldn't even have a curtain if it wasn't for my sister. My sister's the one that put the curtain up. And I told her, I was like, no, I'm just gonna do what mom did and like nail a bed sheet to the to the window. But the reason I didn't put curtains up is because of the cats. The cats, I have some cats with claws, some without claws, but the cats that have claws will climb those curtains. And the weight of the cats will pull the curtains down. And then like my big pile over on the other side is scripts. I got three different scripts here I got to learn. Cheerleader elimination, the town without Halloween, and Strangler. I have to learn those scripts. Those are three of the upcoming movies that I'm going to be in. So yes, my room is a hovel, but it's not like it gets much action. So, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, those curtains are because of the fucking cats. Speaking of cats, how many cats did you say you counted?
I think 4 or 5 last time from the last video.
There were 5 cats in that video. So this is what we're going to do. I want people to watch the video. You can watch it on YouTube. Are you going to put it on Rumble?
I will. I'll start putting them on Rumble here soon, so they're all up there.
Okay. Count the cats. Send us a message and say how many cats you saw because last time there were 5 cats that were in that video. Like right now, let me see. There's actually 4. You probably can't see them all. Nope, actually there's only 2 there now. See the kitten? Little kitten's there. He'll probably be over here in a minute. But yeah, there were 5 cats in that last video. Right now, I have 3 cats in my room, but they'll be coming in and out of my room.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they hear you doing stuff. They're gonna get curious.
They will, and then try to climb up on my computer and everything else. But yeah, we'll see if that'll prompt people to write us in. Count the cats.
There you
Let me know how much pussy you see.
go.
Not counting me.
Oh God.
There's no prize involved. I just want to
You
know.
just want to know. You just want to know.
I just want to know if anybody's watching.
Oh man. But no, it was a fun weekend. We both rushed down Thursday to try to get to the whiskey tasting before it started.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous. That was so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys had rain issues. I had people who couldn't fucking drive issues. Apparently, I once again I like Kentucky. I've been through it. I have friends there. It's fine. It's just that like getting into it and doing anything's a fucking problem. Like there's
yeah.
always traffic for no reason. It's terrible. Nobody knows how the lanes work. Like, you have to be, if you're slow, you be on the far right lane. If you're faster, you go to the left one.
Mm-hmm.
None of them know that, and it's terrible. Yeah, it was just like, and then like at some point I had to I thought I left early enough, but I ran into traffic and had to, it made the time a little bit longer, and I was like, oh shit. So I just changed the GPS to, instead of the Airbnb,
Yeah,
to the whiskey
that's what we
tasting
did.
location. Yeah. So
Yeah, we wanted to get to the Airbnb first and drop our stuff off and then go to the bourbon thing. But I'm the one that held us up actually leaving. That was all my fault. And it was. So, because I share everything on this podcast, almost everything except names. So this is terrible. But I had been in LA and then I came home. I was home for maybe a couple days and then I turned around and was getting ready to go to Kentucky. Well, and I had my period when I was out in LA. So one of the things that tend to happen, I'll get constipated, right? And so when Kathy and I were getting ready to leave, like literally 10 minutes before I wanted to walk out the door, I'm like, I should at least try to go to the bathroom. So I text Kathy. I said, I'll be down there in a little bit to pick you up. I sit down to go to the bathroom. I'm constipated. I can't go. Think I'm going to get it out. And it's like, Kathy's dying when I'm telling her this. And it's like right there. Have you ever gone to take a shit? And it's like, it's like
yep.
in your colon, but you can't get it past the opening.
Yeah, I've been there before. Especially when I'm dehydrated, I'm taking a shit. It takes fucking forever. It is god awful.
Oh my God, it's awful because you can't get it back up. Because I was gonna be like, fuck it, I'll just go lay. I couldn't like suck it back up my ass, but I couldn't get it out either. And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm sweating. And then because I had just got out of the shower and I had put lotion on, I'm all slippery on the damn toilet seat. So I'm sliding around and I'm telling Kathy, I text Kathy, I'm like, well, it's going to be, about 10 after. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And I'm thinking, I don't want to stick my finger in my ass and dig it out, because I thought I could do that. And then I thought, well, when you have a baby, one of the things they tell you is bear down. It'll feel like you're having a bowel movement and you might actually go a little bit, and that's okay. And I'm like, okay, so I'll stick my fingers in my vagina and try to push down on my vaginal wall. And I told Kathy, I said, so I stuck my fingers up in me and I could actually feel like a lump of shit through my vaginal wall, but I'm trying to press down in my vagina while I'm trying to straighten. I'm like, I cannot get this fucking shit out, man. And so I'm like dying. I'm thinking, what the fuck am I going to do? So finally I thought, well, I have preparation H that I don't have hemorrhoids, but I put it under my eyes. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to open this new tube of preparation H and I'm going to squeeze this shit up my ass and see if that'll help. And thank God I finally got out enough to where I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh hell, we got to hit the road, man. It's like way later than I wanted. And I did. It was horrible. But then Kathy and I did get there in time. But that's what held us up.
Oh my God. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So
Man,
that's the start to our weekend.
God.
But and then the wind, the rain and the traffic, of course, that's always a
Yeah.
bitch.
But no, we made it there in time. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think I was like about 5 or 10 minutes late, but they hadn't really started yet, so it was okay.
Yeah, they just started.
Yeah.
That we were a few minutes late also. Because like you said, that one dude took up 2 parking spots, so we had to park around the
Oh, that
side.
mother, like, yeah, and like I was, and I was looking on the side there, and then I came back and I saw 2 old fucks
Mm-hmm.
come in, and I was like, and I waited there on the side. I was like, is it them in the truck? I was like, they got in the truck, and then it took them like another 5 minutes to like back out. I was like, just fucking leave, man.
No shit.
And they did, and like, God, I was happy, so I just
Mm.
got in there real quick and made sure I had my hoodie on so I don't get rained out, and
Yeah.
walked inside and met you guys. So
Yeah, that was no, we had gotten over there because they had check-in over at the one building where the gift shop was.
okay.
When we got there, they were already moving over to where that open garage
Yeah,
door
yeah. I
was.
saw, yeah, because I was crossing the walkway, I think, in my car as you guys were like heading across the way. So yeah, but no, it worked out. No, it worked out.
Yeah.
I met you and Kathy at the little garage there.
Yeah. And I thought that was great because if you think about it, we got pictures with Kane and
Steve and
Steve and RH is it Mehoff?
yeah, I think so.
I just remember Leatherface. But and they would normally charge what 40 for a picture or 60 for an autograph and a picture.
Kane's line was like
Yeah,
was big the whole weekend.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
good for him. It was big.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of weird that like he has a line now, because usually he, like, years ago he never did, man. He was like,
It just depends on what movies come out. And he was doing God, him and I can't think of who else it is, but they started some TikTok. They do like some TikTok now together.
okay.
Yeah, somebody was doing a TikTok and he's on it because Kane was like, and watch our TikTok and like it. And so they're I think he's working with people to do more social media stuff. Plus, he's had some movies come out.
Okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. And because for the last few years, I mean, I think his money, he's been charging them more, but I haven't seen the line at his table. But I don't know. I guess if he's got a kick-ass social media manager, that's why there's a line there, and people are wanting to buy his signature and track him down and everything, because he's at every horror convention, man. And he was, once again, like, he would have a steady stream of people. I mean, Saturday there'd be
Yeah.
a handful of people there, but it was never like that. I've never seen it like that. So I mean, if he's got the right person to help him out, I mean, good for him, man. Really good for him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's had 2 movies come out this year. Or a video game. He had a video game. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and then Kill Her Goats, which sounds hilarious, but it actually looks really good. But yeah, that social media, that really surprised me. I can't think of who it was. I have to look it up here. Because he posted it to his Facebook. But yeah, they're going to answer questions and things like that. So it's like, sure.
Okay, all right. Hayride to Hell, Toe, Dead by Midnight. Dead by Midnight. I remember that. Yeah, Killer Goats. Kill Her Goats. Just to be clear. Yeah, that's I've seen the trailer for that, and I guess he's in it. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, here I'm going to send you the link to his because it's on Kane's page.
Yeah, and I see. Okay, Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game. Yeah, I played that a little while ago. I didn't realize he was involved, but that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, and his TikTok is called Unmasked.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, goodness. So they already have 1,395 followers, and it just started like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So, and it looks like he has some videos on here. The video with the most views has 18.3K views. Oh no, this one has 253.9K.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's why his name's getting back out there. But good for him. Damn.
Yeah, because like I said, he was he was doing okay, but I guess he just getting to a point now where he's like, well, I can't keep doing these conventions, are getting more and more expensive, and I guess he wanted to
What?
really you know up his
Yeah.
up his status, so he's just doing social media now. I mean, once again, like if you got the right manager, I know he's past that age, but I mean, like, yeah, if you've got the right manager and like right people, it's all easy.
Yeah. Mike Aloisi, Aloisi.
Okay.
That's probably who's running it. He looks a lot younger, and he's the one holding the phone in their two first videos.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that's probably why his line was as big as it is, was because he's getting back out there. So for us, shit, we've known Kane forever.
Oh
That
yeah.
was my Jason. Um,
Oh yeah,
well,
me too. I remember I met him at Knoxville, Tennessee convention. Jesus, forever ago. Over 15 or 20 years ago for sure.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was super nice guy. Super nice guy.
Yeah, yep. And um Steve is always really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy and I talk to him every year. He's just a super nice guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we did the whiskey tasting, which was good. Kathy didn't want to drink.
No, she didn't. She gave us her bourbon.
Her bourbon and her tokens. Yeah, you and me were the guinea pigs for it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and then after we were done, I think we went to the gift shop. I bought a bottle, which I drank some during the weekend, and then we went to our respective Airbnbs. And tell the audience how nice yours was.
Oh, good God. So at first glance, when you walk into this Airbnb, it had a dining area, a big kitchen, a bathroom, one bedroom across from the bathroom, and then down this hallway, there's a living room on the left, and then off of the living room, there was a second bedroom. So Kathy said, "Well, what bedroom do you want?" And I said, "Well, I'll take the one closest to the bathroom, because fuck, I'm old. I get up constantly through the night to pee." And at first glance, everything was great. And then we start noticing, oh, they need to clean, you know, um, get somebody in here because we got some cobwebs in this corner. Oh, there's cobwebs in that corner. Oh, there's like a fucking big nest of cobwebs there. Oh, on my curtain, there's like this big, it was huge too. It was like cobwebs with dust on the cobwebs. And it was like, huge, hanging off my curtain in the bedroom. In the laundry area, there's a bunch of cobwebs. The filters, or the air vents, and like the um, window blinds were covered in dirt, along with anything. Basically, as long as you never looked up, it looked clean. Don't look up. That's basically what it was. Don't look up, because anything above a normal level of eyesight was filthy as fuck. And I messaged the lady and I was like, "Hey, nice place, but I just wanted to let you know, um, you might want to tell your cleaning person, because I've been there. You might want to tell your cleaning person to get the cobwebs." And I sent her some pictures, and she replied, she was like, "Oh, well, we had scheduled a deep clean after a long-term guest moved out, and it looks like they haven't gotten to those areas yet." Really? Really? Like Kathy said, what did they do? Live there for 5 years? Yeah, it was fucking
Yeah, the
gross.
pictures you showed me were terrible. I was like, "Geez, man! Like it's like they haven't cleaned it in months."
Oh yeah, easily, easily. But
So,
like I said, it was anything above a level of sight. So if you look at like the lights above the bathroom sink, if you looked at um the corners of the room, the top of the curtains, yeah, anything above a normal level of sight was filthy as fuck.
yeah, yeah, the pictures you showed me were terrible, really. And it's one of those things like if they had a long term, it seems like the long term rental they had was probably them, and it was
Mhm.
6 months or something, and then they didn't get anybody in to clean it once you guys came in. And I was like, that's
Yeah.
terrible. I guess they
Well,
needed the money real bad or something. They're just like, oh, we won't, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's like, no, it's not.
well,
Because even you said you even said your towels were dusty.
yeah, yeah. And I've actually had that happen before too. I had gotten out of the shower and they had a rack of towels there and I grabbed a towel and I put it on my back and I was like, "Oh." And I looked down and like there's dust, like big black piles of dust falling off the towel. And so they had actually had towels in their dryer. Like they had did a load of laundry or a load of towels and left them in the dryer. So I used one of those to dry off with, but yeah, yeah, their towels were dusty. And not only that, this is the worst part. So I didn't really notice it Thursday because Thursday we were drinking. So I had, some drinks on Thursday. By the time we got back to the Airbnb, I just wanted to go to bed. So I did. And the next day, I'm like, man, this room really stinks. And then I realized when I buried my face in the pillow that I had laid my head and my face on, the pillow just reeked of old, stale, stanky body odor. Now, they may have been pulling the pillowcases off, but these are just your standard like pillows that you're also supposed to wash. I mean, you can wash these pillows. It's not like they were down feather or anything like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My room smelled like a boy's locker room.
Oh, that's
And,
terrible.
and so, of course, that's all I could smell the entire weekend. Like, if Kathy and I wanted to go take a nap, I didn't want to take a nap because I'd have to crawl in that fucking bed.
Hmm.
Now, I did find a pillow I could use that it kind of didn't have that smell on it. So I thought, okay, maybe this one had been laid to the side, but that other one obviously had some sweaty ass man on it. Um, so I did find a pillow I could use, but these beds also had um like the piss sheets on them, like the plastic
Oh, that's weird.
so whenever because Kathy's did too, so whenever we like rolled or something, you got that crinkling because you're laying on
Uh,
these piss sheets, which
yeah.
is kind of good. I mean, at least we know that we're not laying on blood stains.
Jeez.
Or maybe we would. We were, and they just put the piss sheets over them. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, probably. God, that's terrible.
I know. But yours sounded decent, just small. I mean, I don't
Yeah, there's
know.
no way. Honestly, there's no way that you two would have been able to be in there because the only other bed that was in there was probably the futon couch thing they had. That was like the leather thing that was in the pictures. That's it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. And the upstairs area that was a fucking loft, like I showed you in the video, was just storage. Like you just put things up there.
I thought that was a loft area with like doors that had other things.
No, it's no. There's nothing there. Nothing there. The
Oh,
only other thing that was there, like across where the stairs were, like on the adjacent wall, like behind it, was the laundry room, and then that was it. Laundry room,
okay.
kitchen, TV, bathroom. That's it.
Okay.
So,
Hmm.
but no, it looks like the two houses that were there next to each other were definitely built for Airbnb purposes. Like they had to be. There's because
Okay.
they were too small and too new for anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the location was great for both
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah, because we could literally just walk across the parking lot to
Yep.
ScareFest when we were there.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you can't beat the location
Mm.
at all. And that was the only reason why, because Kathy's like, I'd complain, I'd get a discount, and I'm just like, nah, because I don't want to have her tell us to leave. If you hate my place that bad, then you're out,
Yeah.
because I'm like, the location was fabulous. And so I told Kathy, I said, for next year, as soon as they announce the dates, we should book the locations. We should book an Airbnb. Because there were other ones close to there, but I didn't look at those until later, so the prices were higher.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Once we know the dates, once they announce the dates for the next one, yeah. I mean, I'll probably try to get the same one because I like that.
Mhm.
If it's available, but I'll see for sure.
Yeah. Well, that guy that had yours, he has several properties that he had Airbnbs for. So he
Yeah.
might have some other ones over there, but maybe they were already booked. So
Probably.
we'll see.
Yeah, because like I liked it. Like the only thing I had to do was like once again I had to drive to Kroger's that Thursday. That was it. But I was walking everywhere, man. I walked down to basically the University of Kentucky like area there. I went to to Target, went to go get burritos, other food and things. Like I was fine.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
Yep. And actually, were you confused also when we were leaving the bourbon thing as to, well, what does it mean? It's only like 5 minutes to my Airbnb, that it was like right around the corner from us.
Yeah, that was a little bit strange.
We had to put the address in twice because I'm like, that can't be right. I think, it's like on the other side of town. No, we were like right around the
Yeah,
corner.
Because I put in the address and I was like, it's just 3 minutes away. I'm like, that's weird. And then I use it instead of using like Waze, I use Google Maps because it's a little more
Yeah.
accurate. And I was like, okay. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
still says 3 minutes away. So
Yeah. Ours might have been 2 minutes or something like that. And I think
yeah.
it said we could walk there in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
No, but when like I said, when I was leaving Sunday, I left my car there and like there was no note on it or anything. So thank God for that. I just left it there and went to the convention and got back and just drove away once I was done. So there was no weird note, no weird message or
Good.
anything from anybody. So that's good.
Good.
Because even then, in the instructions they said, the cleaning crew or whoever will come by, an hour or two later. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, and Kathy and I had did the same thing, left our car and I had messaged the lady and said, well, we have cleared out, but we are still parked there because we're over eating breakfast. So when we got back, there was a car that was sitting there in the parking area behind the condo, but they weren't there. So, I mean, there was no note or anything for me either. So I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I've never had an Airbnb. I shouldn't say I've never had an Airbnb that dirty, because when I was out in Long Island, I don't know if you remember this, or maybe I didn't say anything, but when I was out there for that one movie I was filming and I had that really big, nice Airbnb,
Yeah.
that thing had ants so bad. Like I'd have to brush the ants off the toilet seat before I sat down. They were everywhere. But of course, we're talking, it was warm, it was wet, it was, and that place also, that one was fucking disgusting because I didn't realize how dusty the towel was. But yeah, I pulled the towel off the towel rack and was drying off with it. And I had piles of like dirt and dust on me. I'm like, oh my God, I just showered. Where'd all this come from? It was the towel. I had to wash all the towels. So let that be a lesson to everybody. When you go into an Airbnb, pull your sheets and your towels and wash them all before you use them, because don't go under the assumption, like I have twice now, that they've cleaned those things. Because
well, and it's one of those things where it's like the people who run those Airbnbs should clean them and they should be better at it. Like, because I mean it looks bad on them, and then if you leave a bad review, then people know, and it's it's dumb, really. It's dumb.
Yeah.
They need to actually fucking take care of it.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, that's the second time. But like I said, the location was just absolutely wonderful. So I still don't want to piss piss
Yeah.
them off because may want it again. But now I know, take a duster and wash everything.
Yeah, and at least make use of the washing machine facilities and like wash all the stuff and then
Which
use it.
I've worked with people that do that at hotels too. Like it, because we would often, back before 2020, it was not unusual for us when we were teaching at a hospital to go in and check into a hotel for 5 or 6 months and only come home on the weekends or every other weekend. So we literally lived in these hotels. And I've worked with people that the first thing that they would do is go to like the closest Walmart or whatever, buy cleaning supplies, and they would scrub the place top to bottom. They would borrow a vacuum from housekeeping. They would pull the sheets and maybe even bring their own sheets. Yeah, they did. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I never went that far, but I do look for bed bugs and things like that because I also have worked with people that have gotten bed bugs. But
That's terrible.
yeah,
That's
it
terrible.
happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Bitch to get rid of, though. Mm.
Oh, I've heard that. Apparently, there was an outbreak in France or something recently at some like high-end hotel. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really bad.
So that was our Airbnb. Let's see, what did we do on Friday? Because that was another day that was kind of fun.
Yeah, Friday, we got up and I did work because I had a
Mhm.
couple of podcasts that I had to edit and things like that. That's all I did. I got up
That's
and
right.
got food, got coffee, got ready, did some work. Went down because I think you text me. It's like, oh, there's a line. Go, go get your badges. Like, I'll go do it.
Mhm.
So got that and came back, did some more work, and then eventually, went down at like 4 and just started walking around. I think I met you guys inside or at the door or something. We just,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Friday was when Kathy uh reserved made a reservation for her and I to go for lunch.
Yeah.
Not you, but her and I, but you had work anyway, so
I was well, like I said, I was not offended at all. I was like, I get it, it's
yeah.
fine. Like I'm an adult. I can go survive. It's okay. It's no big deal.
He'll be okay. He can
Yeah.
find his own food.
Yeah, I went to some college like burrito bar thing and like I don't know, it was very strange. Like all the kids who worked there were like worked like went to college and they were looking at me like they were like, who's this old guy here? I'm just like, I just
Yeah.
give me my fucking food. Let me leave, man.
Oh,
It
that's
was
funny.
it was really good though. I will say that it was really good. Um, but yeah, I just didn't want. I just wanted to get my food and fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he had work to do. But yeah, so the convention was fun. We had a lot of fun there. I had somebody you and Kathy say that he recognized me. I will say that we made eye contact, but
Yeah, I wish you would have
nothing
talked.
come
I,
of
I
it.
wish you would have talked to him. At least seen him Sunday. At least seen him Sunday.
Ah, it's all right. It's all right. I play the long game. Haven't you figured this out by now? But yes, so for those that are wondering, in a podcast, several podcasts ago, there was a certain individual I had ran into when I was traveling, and I just felt like we had this fucking connection, like an amazing connection. And it was always like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, Erica. But I saw this dude at this convention, and it was like, as Nick described it, across few lines of people, he
Yeah,
noticed me.
yeah. Because I'm not artist in like Celebrity Row or whatever the hell it's called in ScareFest, the aisles are like I want to say they're 20 feet wide. They're about 10 to 15 to 20 feet wide. They're pretty wide. And so it's Friday, the celebrity in question has a few people in his line or whatever like that. And Erica's, walking past him and he sees her. He yells, "Hey." And she turns around and she's like, "Me? What? You mean me?"
And then I kept walking.
And then he kept walking. Oh god. Didn't
But
talk to
that's
him. Didn't say anything. Wait, on his slow day. We could have talked to him. Oh God.
See, and people wonder why I don't date. Guy could probably throw himself at me and I would be like, what? Oh, you must mean her. But I'm telling you, and I made eye contact with him. I made eye contact with him and kind of gave him a head nod and a little wave, and then we walked away.
You should have at least talked to him Friday, because you're trying to talk to him Saturday and he was like there were lots of people there.
Yeah,
Lots of
he was
people.
busy. He was all stressed out Saturday. But
Yeah.
yes, Friday I should have went back and been like, hey, how are you? But no, I didn't. I kept walking.
Yeah.
A story of my life. How many missed opportunities have I had? Because let's face it, there's probably been a lot.
There's been a few.
That's like the story of my life. That's what happens to me. Because I'm just like walking with my friends. Now, who am I to think that this guy would be interested? But
I love how you say that. But like the way the scenario played out for me and Kathy, it was goddamn obvious.
well, I'm telling you. So if you guys had a video or been in that fucking elevator, I'm telling you,
I'm
that
sure. No.
dude, when
I
he
believe you. Yeah, I believe you 100%.
oof,
But
when
the fact,
he stopped that elevator door, oof, I'm telling you.
yeah. But also, like he saw you across everybody else. He clearly recognized you, and then audibly like calls you out and wants you to come back. Keep walking. It's like,
I did.
God damn
I
it,
did.
Erica.
That's what I do.
You should have
That's
you should have at least gone back. You should have at least taken 30 minutes, gone back to ScareFest Sunday and just said hi to him
I
and
don't
been like, hey, can I get do you have like, are you on Instagram or Facebook? Can I get your information? Can we talk later? I have da 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 or something.
I already have he's already on my Facebook. We've already messaged. I've
Oh,
messaged him
okay.
before.
Oh, okay.
Last year I did. He
So
was the
then,
one that I had told
okay,
Kathy that I had to
then
virtually stalk him to accept me.
you need to message him tomorrow and be like, it was nice to see you at ScareFest. I'm sorry you were busy and so was I. But
Oh, I like that.
we should definitely bang it out later. Not okay, don't do that last part, but you know what I mean.
No, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's
because
a good idea
yeah.
because
Send yeah. Not Monday because I'm sure he's landed wherever he's at and he's tired still. But
yeah.
tomorrow, which is Tuesday, like afternoon for sure, just send him a message, be really nonchalant about it and see what happens. See what happens.
And my Facebook profile pic right now looks really good. I really like that picture.
It's the angled one. It's the angled one.
It is, man. I'm telling you, I gotta.
Oh man.
That's why I was like, when people see pictures of me and then like see me, like me, this is what I look like 23 hours a day. Oh, hello. Um, it's all angle, lighting, makeup. My God, when I go to get ready, yeah, I can make myself look good, but it takes work. I am not a natural beauty. That is for sure. As a matter of fact, I am probably more comfortable in this robe than I was the entire weekend. And this robe was a hand-me-down from a 74-year-old woman. It's actually one of those house coats that button all the way up. Like literally, this
I'm sure.
74-year-old woman, friend of mine, went through her closet and she's like, I thought she would like this. I'm like, oh, actually, I do kind of like that. I'll wear that. I love my robes.
Oh god, but
That's another
please,
thing I want you guys to look for. See if you can remember what robes I wear.
but please message the guy. I will text you tomorrow to remind
To
you so
remind
you do
me.
it. Okay.
Well, and see, it's like, because now I have witnesses. It was one thing for me to say, I'm telling you, the way he looked at me and stopped that elevator door, I thought he was looking at me. So it's one thing for me to say it and be like, yeah, I'm sure he was. But it's another thing for somebody else to see him acknowledge me and be like, damn, he was looking at you and calling you out.
Yeah, it was happening, man.
Wasn't people there? And he said, hey, to you. And I kept
Yeah,
walking. Because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
Yeah, no, I am 100% going to text you tomorrow around 12:30 and be like, message the dude right now.
no, what was that again? It was
Oh, the message is it was good to run into you at ScareFest
I like that.
this
Okay.
weekend. I'm sorry we missed each other because we were both busy or with friends, whatever, like your ex- acceptable excuses, whatever you want to make it.
Okay.
Um, and you could even say, sorry, I didn't see you Sunday. I had to get home and, get back to work Monday or whatever you wanted, like even add to
Because
that.
that's true.
Yeah. And then you can add, it's like, we should talk or meet up or I don't know, or even don't even mention that. Just send them a nice message
I'll
and
just
leave
leave
it
it
at
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Leave it
Yeah.
like
Just
that.
just to not be, maybe not to sound too pushy or whatever. So just
Yeah.
leave it
I'll
at that.
save my pushiness for Jamie Kennedy, who still hasn't wrote me back. Let me look at my messages here.
Oh god. Still
He,
holding a flame for Mr. Kennedy.
well, it's one of those things. The worse you treat me, the more I want you. It's like a
Oh
psychotic
dear
thing.
God. Every fucking woman's like that. I don't know what the hell the problem is. That's my problem. I'm too nice of a guy. I need to start slapping women. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, it's like a psychotic thing. What do you mean you don't want me? What do you mean you don't want me? What do you mean you don't want me? See, there's so many ways to wonder. Oh
That's my
shit.
problem. I'm just not physically abusive enough with women. That's my problem. Yeah, that's what
I,
it is.
you don't need to be physical, just emotionally abusive will
There you
work
go. Oh,
too.
that'll work. Yeah, that really gets them going. Oh God. Oh jeez. But
Oh shit.
yeah. But no, Friday was fun.
Friday was fun. We had a lot of fun on Friday. I will say that was fun.
Yeah, we're walking around looking at all the stuff. I got to meet Tyler Labine
Hmm.
from X-Files, from Tucker and Dale. I even wore the shirt from the movie Good Old Fashioned Orgy that apparently
Yeah.
he was real happy that he's never seen anybody wear the shirt. And it's like I got it from Etsy. Like it's very much available there. That's not like
Yeah.
it's, like I got it from like I had to make it myself and paint it and like no, I got it
Yeah.
from there. And he was real happy about it. But I also showed him the Tucker and Dale song from my friend's band, who's the Casket Creatures, and he was really happy about that. And apparently,
Yeah.
he made an Instagram reel using the song. My friends like posted about it. They're like, "What's going on? Like, how did they know about the song?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I saw him yesterday." That's how he knew. But that was fun. He was super nice. Great guy. Glad I got to see him Friday. Before everybody else. I mean, yeah, before his line got huge or whatever. So that was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I just love his movie. He is so funny. I've seen him in several things that I just thought he was hilarious. And he had a TV or he had a series that was on Hulu. What he like a medium, like he was somebody that had
Um,
died. I liked that one too.
I think it was called Deadbeat. It's called Deadbeat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that one was good too.
Yeah. No, that one was really fun, and I think it didn't make it. I don't know. It was weird. It didn't make enough money, or it didn't get enough
Mm,
views for them to keep doing it. But they did like 3 seasons, and that was it. It was weird.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just kind of dropped. I don't think it had an ending.
No, it did just drop. It didn't have an ending because
Yeah.
it had like an overarching thing, and there was like some bad spirit that he was trying to like avoid that was coming after him or something, and it just
Hmm.
never went anywhere. But
Yeah.
that, like I said, like you said, that was a really fun show. And he did one recently called New Amsterdam where he was the director of a hospital or something that just ended as well.
Okay. I haven't seen it, but I think I've heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a medical procedural, kind of like Grey's Anatomy. It's like in that
Okay.
vein. I didn't watch it because I don't like those shows. That's why I just don't like those shows.
Yeah.
So I can't watch those things. Yeah, my mom loves that stuff. I can't do it. It's too boring. It gets very predictable. Like after a few episodes, I just can't do it.
Yeah. I work around the medical field, so it just really doesn't, you know, I don't
Yeah.
want to watch it in my spare time too.
Yeah. You don't want to deal with it when you're just at home and you're in your nice, house coat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then beautiful house coat. But no, let's see, what else did we do Friday? We ate at their cafeteria. That was nice. I don't think
We went to go watch Phantom Fun World Friday at the
yeah,
little
we did.
indie yeah thing there. So that was fun.
Yep. We watched Phantom Fun World and I got a surprise. Tori Jones had put me on as a producer
Yeah.
because I was supposed to be in the movie. I was supposed to film a reporter, and it was actually quite lengthy. And I couldn't do it. It just conflicted with work obligations. And yeah, I couldn't do it. And he put me on as a producer. So I was like, hey, that's my name. That was cool. That was nice of him. He didn't have to do that. But I appreciate that he did. But yes, Phantom Fun World. I enjoyed that. I thought it was cute. I thought it was
It
cute.
was, man. It was.
I love the colors.
Yeah, they did really good with the lighting. That's one thing I was very happy
Mm-hmm.
about. The lighting was good. The sound was good. Some of the things they shot in weird ways. Some of the things some of the ways it went down
Yeah.
where it's not good. But once again, like it's the artist vision and things. I understand that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't know. I'm a sucker for movies with like teenagers, like a slasher movie where the teenagers are
Yeah.
dying in like an amusement park. I love things like Funhouse and
Yeah.
Hellfest and things like that. I love those.
Yep.
So this was
And I
good to see.
agree. I completely could have been that security guard.
150%. If you were the security guard,
That's the part I should have had.
because here's the thing. I remember your scene and your character from what the hell was it? Camp Blood. And
Uh-huh.
if you took that same energy and put it into the security guard, it would have been goddamn hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. I so could have played that. As soon as she started talking, I was like, that could have been me.
Yeah,
That should
exactly.
have been me. Yeah.
It should have, but no, the actresses they had were great. It was once again a very fun movie. Definitely, I think it's on Tubi right now. Everybody should go check it out.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for my package to come in the mail for whatever I ordered. Because
Yeah.
I love how I went to talk to the guy there and he got real nervous. He's like, yeah, it should be delivering soon. I'm like, okay, buddy. Yeah, hope it does. Because
Oh,
I paid a
God.
good chunk of change for it, man. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
I just want it. I just want it. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
complain, but I just just
Yeah. Send it. No, you're
yeah, just
pulling out your email.
yeah,
Here's my
yeah,
proof of purchase. Yeah.
yeah. Just send me the fucking shit.
Well,
That's
I've
it.
got to go through and everything that I bought, I'm going to go through whether it's Indiegogo, Kickstarter, GoFundMe, whatever it is, and just send a message. Be like, hey, when's that DVD coming, or that T-shirt, or that sweatshirt,
Yeah,
or that package? Because I've gotten a lot of things I haven't received yet. Some of them I know are on the way because I'll have people like message me. I just had somebody for the husband. And they sent me a picture of a shipping label with my name on it. I'm like, okay. So they wanted me to know that it was on its way.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I once again I hope this gets delivered at some point to me. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it will. Um, but yeah, I think that was the same night after we watched Phantom Fun World. Did we eat or did we go straight over to karaoke?
We went straight over to karaoke because like there was nothing else we wanted to do. I think we watched Phantom Fun World and they were like, yeah, we're kind of hungry, and then we just went over to Lex Live and ate.
Well, that's once we got our food. Oh my God. That was the night that the service was terrible.
Yeah, because we were in the not the smaller bar area where they do this
Yep.
karaoke and karaoke things like that. So
Well,
we were like right next to the door.
yeah. And I guess they added extra tables, but they didn't add extra servers. So there was that one poor guy just running around. But my God, you couldn't get a drink for nothing. What was your original drink supposed to
My
be?
original drink was a bourbon mule, and like it's literally it's three ingredients. It's bourbon, ginger beer, and then like lime juice or something. It's not anything like super like ridiculously exotic. I didn't want like a fucking Long Island or something. Like my drink was like three ingredients.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then
Oh
I switched
God.
over to like fucking Jack and Coke because like he couldn't even get like I didn't want to stress the guy out. So I was like, whatever, give me Jack and
Yeah,
Coke.
finally, like the third time
Yeah.
when it was like, can he get his drink? And then he asked you again what you ordered, and you were just like Jack and Coke. And I'm like, that's not what you ordered, but okay.
I
You're
figured
like,
give
I'll
him
take anything at
yeah, I
this
figured give him a
point.
fucking break because like yeah, it just didn't happen. But I love how you and Kathy had like basically like water bottles just filled with alcohol and juice.
Hey, you drank it all.
I did. I did. Yeah, because
Well,
I was dying there. I'm just like you two are drinking. I was like, I need something, man. I need fucking something.
yeah, well, you
Oh
couldn't get
god.
a fucking drink for nothing or even a refill. So,
Shit,
yeah,
man.
luckily we did have that. We could fill your glass.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and once and I think once you two left and I paid for the thing, like he didn't like the bill was almost nothing because he couldn't remember what the hell we had. And he was like, "Yeah, I just charged you for this." I'm just like, all right, buddy, whatever."
Oh, great, thanks.
Yeah, it ended up being like $25 or some shit like that.
Oh my
And
God. Yeah, because you had a couple drinks. Kathy and I each had a drink, and then
yeah,
we had that pizza and
and I
something
think
else.
cheese curds, right?
I think cheese curds and pretzels.
Yeah, yeah,
Didn't
cheese
we
curds,
get
pretzels, and
pretzels
pizza.
too?
Yes, yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, he really didn't charge you for
yeah,
everything.
yeah. So it was
I
yeah.
keep sliding, man. This is why my back hurts so bad because I sit like this when I'm working.
Oh
I'll
God.
teach classes like this. Now, if you click in the upper left-hand corner, yes, I bet my kitty. Not that
Um.
kitty. But yeah, I wondered how much it was. I
Yeah, it
can't
was like
even
20,
remember nothing.
25, 46, some shit like that. And I
Okay.
paid for it. And like I used my card because I just wanted to get out of there quick.
Yeah.
And the pen didn't even fucking work. Like
Oh,
I tried putting like a 15% tip on there. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I wrote on everything. I wrote on my hand, on my fucking like pants or whatever. I was like, it's not working. It's not gonna work. It's like, fuck it, whatever. I'll leave it. Just didn't work.
oh God. And that's where we were watching karaoke and we saw Miguel Jackson.
Holy shit. Oh my God. There was a guy dressed as Michael Jackson standing next to like the little area where like the DJ was with the karaoke. And we we all made the terribly horribly racist joke, or I think I did. I'll take the blame for it. I said, "Oh look, it's Miguel Jackson." His name was Mike. His name was Mike, so it's fine. But he did Thriller, and my God, did he do fucking Thriller? Oh my
He
God.
did. He did the dancing, he did the movements, he did the
Yeah, he did. He had the voice and everything. It was wonderful, wonderful. He fucking did it. He you
he
and
got
like
into it, man.
he prepared all year for that.
You know he did, man. You know he
Oh
did.
God. Yeah, but they need to kind of make it to where like there's one normal song and one karaoke song because they had some good songs
Yeah.
playing and then they would stop to for some reason
Yeah.
to like bellow out some fucking words from a song that they knew in the car
Yeah.
like 10 years ago. Like they need to make it a little bit more streamlined or make it a little bit more comfortable because like they're playing good stuff and they're just like
Yeah.
I don't feel like hearing some jackass bellow out some song he kind of knows. Um but
Yeah,
no, that
because
was fun.
most of them were terrible.
Most of them were terrible. Most of them were
Hurt my
terrible.
ears, man.
Yeah, no, that was bad. But then yeah, I went over to the other bar and had a couple more drinks. Um, yeah, and they were a little bit more attentive, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, it
Um,
wasn't as busy. That was
yeah,
good.
yeah, it wasn't, and I think I think the woman who was there helping us out. I asked her to make me one more bourbon mule, and I was like, can you pour a little bit heavy? And she's like, yeah, sure, and she did, and I was like, thank you.
Nice. Nice.
She did a good job. Oh
And
man,
then
but
you took off on us. We were like,
oh
did
shit,
Nick
oh
die?
shit, no,
Did
no, no,
Nick
no, no, no.
is Nick
See,
in the bathroom
no,
taking a
no. See,
shit?
what happened is I got to the point where I was about to black out.
Mm,
I drink. I think I was like I think I drank most if not all of the things you had in you two
you
girls
did.
flask.
You
Yeah,
drank
okay,
it all.
it was gone. It was gone. So then and you two don't mix them light. You mix heavy, which is good. Good for you. Um, I had all both of your flasks plus like 3 mules from this woman and whatever drinks I got from the other guy, and I was about to black out. So like this thing happens to me whenever I drink a lot and I get to a certain point. I have to go smoke.
Yeah.
It's just the way I am. I have to go like have one cigarette outside, and then I'm fine. I don't know what it is, but that's just it's something that happens to me.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything. You just like disappeared. You just got up and walked
I
away.
didn't think once again, I can't remember like that's a little fuzzy. So I went outside for a minute and I talked to these two people. Too much information, too much bullshit. They both had like horrible problems. I'm not gonna repeat them on
Oh,
here.
good God.
It was one of those people who are just like, oh man, I did this, that, and the other, and then I was like, oh man, just give me I have $1. Just give me one fucking cigarette. That's all I want. Light it for me, and I listen to your problems, but just like whatever. I'm glad I'm drunk and I won't
Just
remember
give me
them.
a cigarette. Just give
Give me
me
a
a
fucking
cigarette
cigarette. Yeah,
first.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Yeah, so there was that bullshit, and then once I was done, I came back inside.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
And that's when our one friend was leaving. Um, he had got there kind of late, had a drink, and then he was
Oh
taking off.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah. We were waiting for him, so that was yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Well, we wanted to make sure he got to town okay.
Oh yeah. Of course. Of course.
Um, but yeah, so once he took off, I think we all just kind of left. I think did you stay there a little bit longer? No, we all walked because it was fucking raining. We had to
That
walk
was
in the
well.
rain.
Yeah. That was Friday. Yep. That's what's
Yep.
happened. Yeah. Yeah. It was raining, and we and Kathy's like zigzagging through the fucking parking lot. trying to
What she
trying
was
to like
doing.
trying to like dodge the rain or something. I don't fucking know. It was hilarious though. Oh God.
I don't know, jumping over puddles or whatever, because
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up because she
Yeah.
just like maybe trying to avoid predators. I don't know, because she was like, this way, no, this way, no, around here. And it's like, man, I don't know where we're at.
Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, then we branched off. You guys went your way and I went back to my place. But yeah. I was kind of soaked, but I laid everything out so it would dry off. And luckily everything was dry the next day, so it was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I definitely was going to like throw my shoes and my hoodie into the dryer for 10 minutes and let them dry off, but no, I didn't have to
Yeah.
do that, so it's fine.
Was that the night I got hit with the with the
Yes.
arm?
Yeah, because we were once again drinking, and you walked underneath the because a car had just gone by and like walking through like a parking garage, and it didn't occur to you that his arm's gonna come down. So
I'm just standing there.
you're staying there.
No, it was like, first of all, I was standing like where you pay to leave, and there's cameras, and I heard the camera start to focus. So I knew there was probably a sensor, and because I was standing there, the sensor was picking me up, and probably because I wasn't paying, security was probably, trying to focus on me, like, what the fuck is she doing? So I stepped forward after that car pulled out, and I was standing there talking to you guys, and that fucking arm came down and hit me in the head. I mean, why doesn't that have a sensor? And like you said, the next day there's a camera right there. You know those fuckers in the security office watch that thing bonk me in the head. You know they
Oh,
did.
I know, and here's the thing: you're probably not the first person who's done that. I'm sure they have funny some videos of people doing that. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I'm like, how could that not have a sensor? What if it came down on somebody's car, let alone my head? But
Yeah.
yeah, it did. It just came down, bonked me in the head, and then I moved out of its way. I was like, damn.
Oh man, yeah. Then we went to our perspective
Yeah.
beds to go recuperate.
Oh God. We actually felt fine the next day. I mean, Saturday morning, I didn't have a hangover at all, which
Um,
we didn't drink in abundance either. We gave it all to you
yeah.
pretty
So
much.
like,
I mean,
yeah,
we
I
drank
had
some, but
yeah. So I wasn't hungover. I just felt a little like that was it. So, but
fuzzy.
a
Yeah.
little fuzzy. Yeah. So what I did as soon as I got back, I remember this. I downed one of the Gatorades I had, so I was good
Nice.
and fell asleep in the bed, and then I got up a little bit earlier, or like I got up a few hours later because I guess couldn't sleep or whatever. use the bathroom, and then drink more Gatorade after that. And
Yeah.
so I wasn't too bad when I woke up like around 10:30, 11,
Yeah.
and I was up, and I was like, okay, I'm not that bad. I'm just kind of like, yeah, just whatever. But then, I went to go get coffee and breakfast, and I was fine. Oh, and
Yeah.
also I had the burrito from because I bought two things from that place. I bought the burrito and the quesadilla. I had the burrito for breakfast that Saturday, and that really fucking helped. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a
Because Kathy and I asked if you wanted to go eat something, you were eating
yeah.
your burrito. You sent me a picture of your burrito.
It
And that
was
wasn't a euphemism. He really did send me a
yeah,
picture of a
yeah.
burrito.
It wasn't my dick. It was a burrito.
Here's my burrito.
Yeah.
No, it was a burrito.
Yeah, no, I nuked it and just fucking ate it. I was like, this is, and it helped everything. Like once I had that in coffee, I was like, I'm good to go now.
Good,
So yeah.
good. Yeah, and that's when we went back over to ScareFest, and this time we walked around a little more. Kathy had t-shirts made for Felissa Rose to say Judy's a whore on the
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. You both are wearing your red shirts, yeah.
Judy's a whore. And we went and showed Felissa. And this is one thing I love. It's so funny. I told Kathy, we're so like I hate to wait in lines, right? And Felissa had a line, like she should. You got these celebrities with these lines to get their signatures and pictures, and you
Yeah.
got all these people waiting in line. And Kathy and I just walked up into the front and was like, Judy's a whore. And Felissa comes out and gives us a hug.
Well, she
And
I think she recognized you or something. And because she looked at you and she had, she had this like aha moment. She's like, "Oh, I remember you."
yeah.
And then you both showed her your shirts, and she laughed her ass off, man. It was great. I was like, "Oh."
Yep, yep. And Kathy gave her had a shirt made for her too. So gave her that. That was cute. Yeah, that was a cute shirt. I actually had somebody stop me and want to take a picture of it. Yeah, that was cute. And then we went and watched a couple movies. We watched some films.
Yeah, let's see. We watched Killer in a Small Town, which was a short,
Yeah,
which is actually pretty good. I was surprised at that one. That was really good.
yeah, that was.
We watched No Grave for the Dead. A loner hitches a ride with a construction worker as the night of parting rages on. It's clear these two have secrets that that will be revealed. That one was pretty good. Once again, that one with no dialogue and just sound was interesting to watch.
That was.
Yeah.
I
There was
mean,
a
it wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be, though. I thought it was going to be different.
yeah. Yeah, but they went kind of an art house kind of
Mm-hmm.
went thing with it, which I mean it didn't go full art house, thank God, but like it was still in that vein, but they did good with it though. I was very
Yeah.
surprised, very very surprised. Um, it was interesting to watch, especially the particular sounds they picked out for the things they were just wanting people to hear was interesting as
Mm-hmm.
well. That one was good, and then the last one we saw was Some Kind of Solace. A young woman is forced to face reality
Yeah.
amidst the escalating abuse of her relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, that was interesting as well. You hated her white heels in that short.
Oh, Jesus. She was wearing a white or a black cocktail dress with white high heels. And we're talking like white high heels, not silver or see-through. No, they were white patent leather high heels. They were hideous. I've
Yeah,
never.
and it was one of those things where like the girl. I mean, I shouldn't like she looks very small town in the face and the way they were kind of like
Mhm.
giving her makeup and things. She looks very small town. And to give her this really like you said, like this high slit cocktail dress and these like
High slit.
yeah, damn near spiked white high heels, and then like her face looks very plain. I'm like, this is something you wear to a premiere.
Yeah.
You get like really dolled up, and I was like, this is odd, like this is strange. But once again, it's their short, it's whatever they want to do with it,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of like it's a little weird.
Yeah, because it made me wonder, did she pull this from her closet or did they go down to like the Goodwill and grab those shoes that were like from the 70s? Dude, the
Maybe,
shoes were
man.
horrible, man.
Maybe. Yeah, that
But
was
yeah,
it was yeah, once again, like it was a little odd for that outfit because like I remember seeing the shoes in the background and I was like, this is I mean, if they
because
were
they
just in the
draw your attention.
yeah,
They
because
were
like
fucking white.
yeah, they were white, yeah. Um, so it was kind of odd and like well, like you said, like the black dress, the white shoes, that's too much of a contrast.
Mm-hmm.
So it was weird. Even me as a dude, I'm just like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if she had like then maybe a white or black checkered jacket to go over it or something with some white in it to
Yeah,
make sense as to why those shoes. But it was, yeah, a very
yeah,
odd outfit. But
yeah.
hey, you know what? Wasn't my movie, wasn't my outfit. But yeah, that was a decent movie. I did enjoy the movies. It was nice sitting there. Last time I didn't really watch any movies. We were over at the Lex the whole time. So I'm glad this time I got to sit down and watch some of them because I do enjoy them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was that's one thing I'm glad we did as well because that's one thing I never get a chance to do is go and watch the movies. I'm glad we did that because it's always fun to see what people have made, where they're going, what they're trying to do, or what they're trying to achieve,
Hmm.
even if it's a short or whatever. We did miss the Haunting of Hype House. We kept seeing the fucking trailer for that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a few that we missed that I had wanted to see, but we just, the timing didn't work or,
We just didn't want to. We just didn't want to.
yeah, just didn't
You know,
want to.
yeah, just we are like
Other
okay,
things going on.
yeah, I'm like all right, enough movies. Let's go fuck around some more.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Yeah, we tried to go to the VIP party.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
wait,
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
we went to the drag show first. Oh my God, let's talk about that first. Okay, so if anybody's been to a drag show, and it may not be your thing, and that's fine, but anybody that has been to a good drag show, drag queens are very attractive men who have dressed up as women. They may or may not be gay, you never know, but they're very well put together. They're very well made up. They will often wear wigs, high heels, beautiful gowns, and this was a horror themed drag show. So we're like, yeah, this will be, horror themed. I don't know what the fuck this was, but it was not a drag show. First of all, we go into this big auditorium kind of room. So it was very loud, very echoey. All the lights were fucking on. So there was a stage, but there was no, oh, let's dim the lights and shine the light on the stage. There was none of that. There was very few seats, and what seats they had were mostly lined up around the corners of the room or around the edges of the room, kind of like it was back when you went to a middle school dance and they had the seats all lined up and you just kind of sat in these seats along the sides of the room. A couple tables in the middle, but again, many didn't have seats and you would have to stand. So everybody's pretty much standing or sitting on the floor. We walk in and the show that was on, it had two drag queens. The one was wearing a gown, put up exactly what I would expect a drag queen to look at. So was the other lady. Wearing the leotard, the hair. But then they had these two men wearing little gold short shorts, tennis shoes. And I'm like, oh, hell no, these are not drag queens and no tennis shoes. I mean, they weren't even like nice tennis shoes. They were like tennis shoes I would expect somebody to wear at the hospital. And wearing like these pink bolero jackets. And they were just bouncing. What the fuck were they bouncing around? Was it a balloons? They were bouncing
Yeah,
balloons back and forth.
once again, it was strangers in like one of the ballrooms that they had down the level where the films were also showing, and it was kind of like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and even the people that were sitting to my right, I could hear them saying, "This is so bizarre." Because I'm like, what am I watching here? And then after they got done bouncing the balloons back and forth to each other, they popped the balloons. And then for some reason, the two guys went to the front of the stage and dropped their shorts. I mean, then they were wearing even like tidy whities underneath, but I don't understand why they dropped their shorts. I don't understand it. I don't know what we want. But Kathy and I and Nick were like, yeah, no, let's it's about enough for us, and we left.
Yeah. Yeah, I well once again, like, the drag shows are not for me, but I was like, okay, well, fine, since we're here, we'll just go.
Yeah, and we were going, so
I succumbed to peer pressure. I was like, ah, fuck it, we'll go. And
he
then and
did.
then and
He
then
really didn't want to go. We kept we pushed you into it.
yeah, and then once we got in there, you two were just like, this is not what it's supposed to be. I'm just like, yeah, this seems a lot, even for me. Like, I've been to like one or two, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like a beauty pageant
yeah,
is what it's usually like, and this was I'm not sure what it was. Now, maybe as it went on, the 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 drag show would have gotten better, but at that point, we're like, let's go over to the Lex and drink and
and have
listen to
lunch. Yeah,
karaoke and have lunch and listen to karaoke or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, that was so weird.
yeah.
So
But
unbelievably weird.
yeah. But yeah, we went over the Lex and ate, and then I think we like, I stayed a little longer to finish my food, and then you two left because I think we were gonna get ready for the VIP
Naps.
party and just
That's right.
nap. So that was it. Yeah, I fell asleep. Once again, I'm lucky. I'm glad I turned my phone on and put on the alarm because I would have not made it. But no, I got up and went over there, and then once we got to the VIP party, it wasn't even a VIP party. It was like the end of the costume contest or the beginning of it or something. It was weird.
Uh,
And
I don't know.
yeah, yeah, they were horribly disorganized. It was just terrible. And we were there for about like 15 minutes, and then I think your friend showed up again while we were
Yeah.
there.
Yep. While we were there,
Yeah.
I don't know that it was that they were disorganized. They were just trying to move everything over to the convention center. Because see, in the last 2 years, the drag show was at the Lex. The first year Kathy and I went, and then last year it was over at the convention center. Terrible location. It was actually on the floor, which I think, I mean, that was terrible. But at least they were drag queens. And then like the VIP party was over at the Lex. So I think they were trying to move everything over to the convention center. And I think since this was the first year for it, they were just trying to figure out, how to set things up. Because at the VIP party, there were no snacks, no food. In the past, there always were.
Yeah.
The lights were a little bit dimmer, but again, there was no seats. So you got all these people just kind of standing there or sitting on the floor. To get a drink, you actually had to go out into the hallway, wait in line, get a drink, and then come back in.
Yeah, or go across to the food court and then get a drink, come back
Yeah.
in, and it was kind of like, what? Yeah, once again, we were there for like 15 minutes, then
Yeah.
we went to the to the Lex.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of money at the Lex.
Yeah. And the one friend of mine that came, I was in a movie with him. And so he was having a lot of fun meeting people, talking to people about his movie and that. So he was going over to the Lex with us, but then he ended up taking off and just being a social butterfly, talking to everybody. But he didn't stay at the party either. He just, kind of went over to the Lex and hung out there too. Um, yeah, I was very disappointed in that VIP party, and I'm so glad I didn't pay for a VIP like weekend ticket.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So we were really only out the cost of the VIP ticket for the
yeah.
party itself, and that wasn't much.
Hmm.
Um, there was a drawing, so as far as I'm just chalking that up to, we had a drawing we were part of and we lost, but hey, somebody won. But yeah, we got there at the tail end of the costume contest, which was kind of neat, seeing the costumes. There were some neat ones there. Maybe the VIP party got better because, like I said, you had heard, I think, that Danielle Harris and what's the other one's name? Scout.
Yeah,
They
Scout Taylor.
were, yeah, they were recording their podcast, right?
Yeah, so they needed people to be kind of quiet, and because even the guy on stage doing the announcements for the costume party was like, "Oh, we can't turn up the music until 10."
Yeah.
So it may have been that they were recording their podcast until 10.
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Yeah. So maybe after that, the music started and everybody had a great time. But we got there, what, 9:15?
Yeah.
I didn't want to stand around and wait for like 45 minutes in that place.
No, once
So,
again, we went back to the Lex to the
yeah.
smaller bar area, sat closer to the bar,
Yeah.
got better
Yep.
seats,
Much better seats.
better server. He was a little
Yep.
bit more competent to when we were there,
Yep.
so that was nice.
Lots of snacks. Lots of
Lots. Oh
snackies.
my God, so many snacks. So many snacks. It was good. It was good. So
We
many
got,
snacks.
yep. Yep. We just sat there, God, until what, 11?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
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 Eating and drinking and listening to the karaoke. Um, Talking to a few people we knew. Jessa Flux had came over there and sang a karaoke song.
Yeah, and I walked past the table a couple of times and she was really out of it. Like she was just like, yeah. I think the second or third time I went to go to the bathroom and walk back, like she was just at the table. It looked like she was about to throw up, and I was like, oh,
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 well, she probably gets guys buying her drinks too. And the bad thing is, I could see not wanting to really say no, thank you, turn down a drink, or, I'll be fine, I'll just drink. But shit, she was just, God, she was in just another signing somewhere else. So she's probably traveling, and it could be catching up with her too, with the
yeah, yeah,
drinks, and maybe she drank too much. That shit happens.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, because I saw her and she was kind of like wavering. I was like, oh. Yeah. Also, I hope that she was okay and nothing was like put in her drink or anything like that too.
Yeah,
Because
that shit happens too.
we saw it was super busy there, and you
Yeah.
know, I'm sure those things happened there, and it's one of those things where I hope it didn't happen to her.
Yeah.
Once again I'm speculating. I don't know if it did. I'm just thinking
Yeah,
out
because
loud.
she's a sweet girl. She really
She really
is.
no, she really is. I've met her a couple times. Super sweet girl. Gives everybody the attention. Very, very, very about her fans. Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, she was great. She really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought murder size. Yeah, from her table. So it was good. She was fun.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Kathy had left early. I think she was
She had
getting
a
tired
headache.
and she had a
Yep,
headache. So
she had a
then,
headache. And in the past, we had talked about some of the guys, because see, this was like just like LA. This is gonna be my weekend. I'm gonna have all these buffet of men. And once again, Erica didn't get shit. Before anybody wonders, Erica did not get shit. The most attention I got was that one unnamed person that said, "Hey," across an aisle. I mean, that is the story of my motherfucking life, man. Story of my life.
oh jeez.
I get in my mind that, I'm going to go and party and have so much fun, and there's going to be all these guys there that are interested, and there was nobody fucking interested in me.
Yeah, because you both of you had said that the two guys you had met last time like
Yeah.
didn't even message you, or what message you, or just stopped at some point or
So,
something.
yeah. So Kathy had been last year. We met a couple guys there. Great guys. Um, Kathy had been, we hung out with them. They were the ones that I thought it was a little fucking weird that they didn't make sure we got home okay after we had left or back to the hotel after we had left the bar. And I had said, um, so we had partied hard with them on a Saturday last time. I mean, partied hard.
Yeah.
Had a great time with them. Fabulous time. But ended up going back to the hotel room extremely drunk. And I just found it odd that they never, especially the one guy, because I thought he was really interested in me, never reached out to make sure we made it back to the hotel okay. but fine.
At least like once again, at least message or text message. I understand as a guy that they wouldn't follow you back or
Yeah.
help you out because these days guys can't
Yeah.
do that. It's suspect.
Yeah.
But at
No,
least
I get that.
at least if they had your information or something, send you a fucking Instagram message, be like, did you make it?
Yeah, I get that. And then Sunday, never heard from him.
Yeah, that's weird.
Monday night, as I was driving to Chicago, he texted me. And then we recorded the podcast that night. And we talked about it. I talked about it in great detail. And then Tuesday morning, he messaged me, when we're texting back and forth. And the last I heard, this is no fucking joke. The last I heard of him was, I'm going to listen to your podcast. And I said, well, are you going to start with the most recent episode, which would have been about him, us talking about how men are not a gentleman and this whole thing about, what had happened with him? Or are you going to start from the beginning? He goes, I don't know yet. And then I never heard from him again.
He probably listened to the recent one.
That's what I figured. And
oh God.
so after I didn't hear from him, because granted, I realized I could reach out to him, but I don't chase, which is probably why I haven't been laid in 12 years. But I didn't reach out to him. I figured, okay, he was going to listen to the podcast. We'll see if he, because he could have texted me and said, haha, listen to your podcast. No, I didn't reach out to you because blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, that was pretty shitty of you. Could have said either way. But I never did hear from him again. Kathy, however, periodically over the last year has kept in contact with this other guy. And he texted her sexual things, sent her a dick pic, talked about her friend with the hot ass, me. Hello. And, hey, we're going to ScareFest. Are you going to be there? Yeah, we're going to be there. We'll meet up. This was just not even that long ago. Kathy had texted him and they were talking about they were going to be at ScareFest. And then it was like, I think Thursday when we got there, she texted him and was like, hey, we're at ScareFest. Let us know when you get here. Don't give a shit about these guys. Just they were so much fun to party with last year.
Yeah.
So much fun. And he had texted her back and it was obviously not a text meant for her. It was some weird text. And then he replied, oh, sorry, wrong person. And she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Eric and I are headed over to wherever. I think it was the Lex or whatever. And he didn't respond. Did not hear from him. And then they fucking walked in the bar on Saturday night and they're both with women. Well, girls, really. And that's fine. But no joke. Like the one dude, he is your age. And that one girl couldn't have been more than 22. Maybe he's looking for some fertile eggs too. You never know. So
yeah, that's fair.
Maybe
that's fair.
so.
That's fair.
Maybe so. But yeah. And Kathy and I both know they saw us. I know they
at least
saw
yeah,
us.
at least like yeah, you can't be like, oh, we'll see you there and then like not say anything. Like you have to at least if you run into somebody and be like, hey, cool, sorry, whatever, this is going on. Like, and like it's one of those things where like I say that right now, but I feel like even I would do what that guy did. I would be that shitty.
Would you?
Like it's easy to criticize, but if I was in the moment, I would do the same shit, in all honesty. I would yeah. I can't be like, oh, fuck them. It's like, I'd probably do the same thing. I don't know why, but it's
just ghost and pretend like you didn't see us. Because I purposely, did you notice I walked by their table a couple times? That's why I kept going to the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, no, I did see that. I did see that. But it's one of those things where it's like, if I've gotten attention from this female and she's constantly wanting to hang out, and it's she's physically there and I don't have to like, text somebody, then yeah, I will give that female my attention then because she's there.
And they were all over each other. And that's maybe they were afraid of I mean, because if those females, being as young as they were, um, if they talked to us or hung out with us, maybe there would have been, I mean, jealousy. Maybe they just weren't interested. But it was just so weird that they knew we were coming. We told them we were coming, and we had such a good time last year. I just
Yeah,
didn't understand it.
that is a little odd of us being like, well, once again, like
Yeah.
the horror conventions are, weird things happen, shit goes down, like it's the way it is. Um, it just how they operate. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying all these guys are shitty, but like if I was them and like some younger female was, wanting to
All of
follow
them.
me around
Yeah.
like a little lost puppy, I would probably forego all the text messages in the world and just give her my attention. Like my phone would
You
be ringing
know,
off the hook with like somebody dying and be like, it's fine, it's okay, they'll live, it's okay.
yeah, I got a piece here. Yeah, I
Yeah,
maybe that's what it was, because it was just so weird because I, I would have been perfectly fine. First of all, none of us fucked. None of us, other than the random dick pic that I didn't even see. Um, there was never any dating, there was no relationship. We literally just partied.
yeah.
And it wasn't even just the one day. I think we partied 2 days because
Oh
we
wow.
met the one guy on Friday night, partied with him, and then him and his friend met up with us Saturday night. And that's how we met both of them. It was just a fun weekend, but maybe that's what it was. Because see, I'm also, and that's a detriment to me too, because I joke a lot about, no man wants me, blah blah blah. And I know that's not true. But I also don't do random hookups. I also am not going to go to the bar and get drunk. Oh, it's ScareFest. Let me take this guy back to my Airbnb and just fuck this random stranger. I just don't.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what they were looking for last year. Just fun. Fun is ScareFest. Hey, I don't judge. If somebody wants to do that, that's perfectly fine. That's not my choice. Um, maybe that's what it was. I don't know, but Kathy had just talked to the one guy. That's what's so weird.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there was no like setup time. It's like, hey, we're gonna be here.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna be here at the Lex, or we're gonna be here at Scarefest. We're gonna go watch movies. Like nothing. That's a little
No,
weird as well.
no,
But
nope.
also,
And
but also seeing those younger, be seen with the young girls. Maybe they were messaging not just you and somebody else as well, and that's how that happened. It could be
until
that,
they
or
got
they could
that
have just,
guarantee.
yeah, it could be that, or maybe they ran into them at the convention. Well, that doesn't even make sense because running into them and then all of a sudden they're all over them. That's weird. That's I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. But like I said, it's a convention, people having fun. Um, I don't know. I guess I'm just one of those people that I had a cousin die of AIDS. I've had friends get crabs, get exposed to herpes. I have another friend that had an unplanned pregnancy, loves her kid, ended up keeping it, but with a guy that she didn't even know.
Yeah.
Um, I see all that shit. Why the fuck would I want that just to get some
No,
dick in me?
no.
It's,
Of course.
that's not my thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, what was it? My friend from California, she's the same way. Like, she's like, oh, if I ever hook up with a guy, I need a goddamn clinic report before
yeah,
anything. I'm like, that's these days, that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
yeah. Not that I wouldn't hook up with somebody that it wouldn't be like, Erica, this isn't going to be a long-term relationship, but I'd have to at least know them. I would
Yeah.
have to care about them um in some way. It wouldn't just be some stranger that I met when I was drunk. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
No way. It'd have to be somebody I trusted enough. And I read that. I keep thinking I got my headset from work on. I keep trying to adjust my microphone. Um, I read somewhere, God, how did that go? Um, I can't remember where it was, but something about, maybe it was in a movie. Um, No, actually, I think it was some guy I fucking dated. You would let somebody it was okay if he cheated on me because he wasn't letting anybody enter his body. That's gross. So it was okay if he cheated on me, but if I cheated on him, that's it. It was over because I would have let somebody into my innermost part or whatever. I don't know. He
Yeah,
was stupid.
yeah, yeah.
He was really stupid.
Jeez.
I don't date real intelligent men. What can I say? What can I say? But yeah, and then there was only one other person that I thought might have been a possibility, but I think they're just going to be a great friend. They're a lot of fun. But yeah, there wasn't. But I you know what? And even though there was always like even with LA where it was like, okay, come on, Erica, party time. I had a great time in LA hanging out with Todd.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
at ScareFest, I had a great time hanging out with you and Kathy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. We were all over the place. It was a lot of fun.
but see, that's my problem. I'm just as happy hanging out with my friends as being in a relationship. I actually kind of prefer it. I can be more honest and more myself with my friends. So yeah, lucky you.
Oh God, no! I think I know what my problem is. My problem is confidence. I don't have the confidence to go like talk to somebody.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I need to develop that, or at least figure that out.
Yeah.
Have an in or something, or at least say something that's mildly interesting that I can start a conversation with. Like that. I think that's my problem.
It's so fucking hard nowadays, though. If you
Yeah.
don't do the random hookups or you don't meet on some kind of app, um, people don't just walk up and have a conversation. I get that. I mean, fuck, look, I got somebody hollering at me across an aisle and I still am walking the other way. It is a confidence game. It's just
Yeah. It really is. But also, yeah, while this was all going on, my aunt called me every day. I think it was no, it was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. She called me at night or during the day or something
yeah.
to check on me because that
Oh.
one girl who was like in Dayton didn't respond. Or like I once again, I the idea was to like meet up Sunday at somewhere in Lexington and to go hang out for the day. I guess she had hope or something, and I was just like, "Listen, this is what I said. This is what happened." And she's like, "Well, if she doesn't respond, I guess it's all on to the next one." I'm just like, "Oh, I tried. I told her I tried."
Yeah, you did.
You know?
You did. And actually, like I told you, even if she didn't personally have a car, she would have made a point to meet up with you. Talk to a friend. Let's do a day trip. I want to meet this guy. She would have made it a point.
Yeah,
She would have made a point.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's it's fine. It's just like, whatever. She was, yeah. With the and also like dealing with girls who are here on like visas and things like that from India, like they're very prim and proper. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
they're very much, how do I say this, like nuns.
Ah.
That's kind of the mentality. That's kind
Well,
of the
they
mentality.
probably don't want to mess anything up with their visa, right?
Yeah, they don't want to mess anything up with the visa. They don't want to. Once again, they'll never do a random hookup, which I'm not looking for that anyways. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But they're very like cautious, and they like once again they're more about like I don't want to besmirch the family name and things like that too.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
there's that. But you're in Dayton, fucking Ohio. Good luck finding
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And if you can't drive or get around, if that's the case, I'm just assuming
Yeah.
you're
But
you're still you're still locked. You're very much locked into that area.
maybe in reality, she's really not interested in meeting someone, but she's willing to talk to make her parents happy.
Yeah, she's probably doing the same thing I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, she probably is. Oh, nope. I talked to him. It just didn't work out. So
Yeah.
probably that's what it is.
Yeah. Which I mean, I respect if that's what it is, I respect that entirely. Like that's what I'm trying to do too.
It'd just be nice to know.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where like you don't know how involved the other person is into the website or their parents or things like that, and you don't want to
Yeah.
like say that, and then both parties get caught, and it becomes a fucking
Mm-hmm.
problem. You have to like get told off on over the fucking phone for no reason. It's like yeah, it's
Yeah.
something you don't want to deal with. You don't want to deal with like fucking
Mm.
foreign moms and their guilt and their bullshit being like, oh, you're too old, you need to settle down, you're too wild. It's you need somebody to help you out. It's like I am fine by myself.
Yeah.
I don't get that wild anyways.
Yeah. Well, and with being a man though, you can always meet somebody later on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But her she can't, and I want to say I looked on her profile and she was 34.
oh,
That's what I saw. So
yeah, that's surprising.
yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
But once again, like it's not my problem anymore.
What about blind dates? What if your friends set you up on blind dates? Would you be open to that?
Oh yeah, I'd do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
if my friends were like, oh, I got something perfect for you, meet her at this place at this time on this day. I'm like, cool, whatever. That's
Oh,
fine.
that's
I'll do it.
good.
I'll do it.
So I will reach out to my niece who just married an Indian man.
Oh my god.
I am so going to do it
If
because
he's
I am.
if
I
he's got
am.
like a sister or something.
You got a sister,
A female cousin or whatever. Yeah,
yep.
no.
Yeah, I am.
I
They'll probably
if
be
you
thrilled.
if you set that up, I would 100% do it.
Okay.
I would do it. Yeah.
I'd have to scope her out first.
I trust your judgment. I trust your judgment. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I trust your judgment. Yeah. I'll do it. I mean, once again, I'll give it a shot. I'm not opposed to it. It's fine. It'll take me a couple days to get up to Indiana, but I'll do it. It's fine.
Yeah,
The
I'm going to
funny thing
ask
is,
her.
here's the funny thing. Let's say it happens and we hit it off and like, sparks, fireworks, whatever, the whole
Yeah.
thing works. My family would be so fucking pissed off that
Why?
you succeeded where they didn't.
I would think they'd be happy.
They would be for about 5 seconds because they're gonna ask, "How did you meet her?" And then I have to tell them the story, and they're gonna be like, "Oh." I mean, once again, I wouldn't care. I would be happy I met somebody. But
Yeah.
and like I would think it'd be hilarious, but they would just be like so fucking distraught over it. It would be so funny. It
Well,
would
I
be
mean,
hilarious.
if he does have some younger sisters or cousins or whatever, I can kind of see if they have, if they're looking and if they have a website or if we can try to hook the parents up, get your mom and your auntie to talk to,
Yeah,
their parents.
if you need any information, I'll
Jesus.
gladly text it to you. It's fine. I
Just trying
have
to get
no
Nick laid here. God, now we got to talk to all these parents.
Yeah, my people have to talk to her people. Like that's just how it fucking is. You're the broker in the middle. That's what's happening right now.
I'm the Indian matchmaker.
But like I said, if it does happen and it does like once again work out, they would be so fucking pissed. I would laugh. I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't, but they would be the ones who just be like, God damn it, how did she do it? Oh god. It's sad because I think you know me better than they do because I have to like once again, it's like with family things that you have to pretend to a certain level. You can't be 100% who you are, especially with like, um aunties and uncles and shit like that
Yeah.
because you can't 100% be who you are because they're like, oh, you should, because it's just like that whole like upholding the family legacy bullshit and
Yeah.
that whole thing. It's like, oh, you should not do this and you should get a real job and be a doctor or a lawyer or a fucking something else and just
Yeah.
get something that pays 6 figures a year. It's like, what if I don't want to fucking do that and that doesn't make me happy?
Yeah.
Because that would be, some of that stuff sounds miserable.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna guess they're pretty traditional because I don't know if you remember this from last year. I'm going to guess this is probably the same family that she had wanted me to meet her friend's
Oh
uncle.
yeah. You told me about that. You told me about that. Yeah.
But her friend, which had reached out to me, wanted to meet with me first to prepare me to meet his uncle. And I'm like, I don't think so. If you gotta prepare me to meet your uncle, then I am probably not what he's going to be looking for.
Especially if he's from ye old country, India
Yeah.
or
He
wherever
was
they're
actually
from.
on a trip. He because I couldn't meet him right away because he was on a trip.
Okay. But yeah, if he's from overseas, then it's a fucking problem. And if he's an old dude, like in his 40s and he's lived over there, um, I wouldn't do that.
Well, and
Old Indian men go one of two ways. Either they're extremely nice and very like, nice guy kind of thing, or they're really forward and handsy. It goes one of two ways.
ah,
It goes only one of two ways.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I
Yeah.
will meet him.
Yeah. That only goes one of two ways, really. It does. That's what you get.
Oh
Because
God.
I've only known uncles in those two categories ever my entire life. So
Well, this is what surprises me that my niece got married to an Indian man. That shocked me. But prior to this, like last year, her friend wanted me to meet an Indian man. I'm like, is there like nobody in Allen County that they can find that now they've just started settling for these white girls? I mean, that
well, I mean,
shocks me because they all seem pretty traditional.
oh God. Well, I mean, it's one of those things where like if they once again like when these families come overseas, they usually won't go to some of them will go to big cities because it's a big city and they want to be around their own people and things like that. And some of them will think of money first and be like, okay, I'm like a cardiologist. Where can I make the most money
Yeah.
with the least amount of competition? I'll go to a smaller town.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how they think. And so they'll raise a family in this small town, not thinking of like 40 years down the road when like they have to have a kid and that kid has to meet somebody. They think, oh yeah, people will just move here. It's like that's usually not the case.
Yeah.
For instance, like in Gallenberg, any of the Indians that moved there, my dad brought over and gave them jobs
Oh,
and visas, or
okay.
at least got the process started.
Yeah.
And so all my friends who are Indian with the families there, they all used to work for us like 30 or 40 years ago. That's how it happened. Um, and that's how the community started. It was crazy. But yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, I understand if like, but also like those kids would have gone to maybe would have gone to college in a bigger city and met some. I don't know. Maybe not. Who
Mhm.
knows? Who knows? You know.
I don't know. I don't know, but I will. I'll message her this week, and because I know I will actually be seeing her um
I love it. I really do.
before too long. I am. I Before she even married him, I was already thinking about messaging her because I knew her and her daughter both had friends in the Indian community up there. Um so I was already thinking about it. Um so yeah, I'm gonna message her. I'm gonna find you a wife.
Once again,
Somebody
if
I approve of.
I value here's the thing, I value your opinion more than I do my mom and my aunt, because they're looking for like the goody two shoes little like church girl kind of person who's really
Yeah.
boring. Because I swear to God, out of all I want to say all the 20 girls I've talked to, or maybe more, there was one that wasn't like that,
Yeah.
and I tried to keep talking to her, but I couldn't. I couldn't keep up the conversation. Plus, it was like the height of the pandemic, and I couldn't like go like fucking meet her or anything. So now, and I would have totally done that,
Yeah.
but it was the height of the pandemic and like thing was going nuts, and I just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell mom or anybody. It's like, oh yeah, I really liked her. I'll talk to her again. It's like I didn't want to fucking do that, because I feel like if I talked to her once and then went through a few more, talked to her again, she would have seen it as like, oh, like you didn't get anybody else coming back to me,
Uh,
and she may have not looked nicely upon that or something. So I didn't want to like be like, oh yeah, I've gone through 5 more and you're my last resort kind of thing, kind of bullshit. So
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't want to do that to her. But no, I've gone on I went on a date with another one. I talked about this a while ago. That was also from India. God, she was boring too, man. Fuck, she was boring. But they've all been like really like they've all been really boring. Seriously, like horribly traditionalist, which I understand, to a point, but like, and it also seems like they don't have a lot of friends or something, and it's just like
Shy? Are they shy?
they're not shy. They're just like
Hmm.
they've been culturally brainwashed by their parents to do things a certain way, that is expected of them. And they don't want to deviate or make anybody mad, and it's very weird. Like they don't want to go their own way or do their own thing, and it's very odd. I guess because I've had that chance, and my parents didn't really care too much as long as I was happy
Yeah.
and made
Good.
a decent living.
You're lucky.
But it seems like the other ones, like they want them to be fucking doctors and lawyers
Yep.
and programmers and shit like that. It's like yeah. So there's that. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, they pick very, very boring. I think they look at like the fucking job stats of these girls as opposed to like anything else. And also, a lot of the ones they pick are the ones that where the profile has been written by the parents and not the girl herself.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that, because that's one other thing I've noticed. Actually, when I think about it, all the ones of the profiles I've seen have all been written by the parents. Yeah, okay, that's what it
Hmm.
is. That's exactly what it is. Oh man.
Ugh. So you guys should have an Indian dating website for the kids
Well,
that,
no, no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is a. I guess you. Well, it's a South Asian dating app. It's called Dilmil, Dilmil.
okay.
And it means something in Hindi. I don't ask me what. I don't know what it is. But I've been on that. I was on. I actually bought in a crazy platinum account for a year for that, and nothing happened. I took pictures. I filled out the whole bio. I made sure it sounded good. I had somebody write it, and just nothing. Nothing. Had no hits, no nothing. Like I said, a few like at the beginning of the year of this, one of the episodes of the podcast, I deleted all my dating apps. Like they're all gone.
Yeah.
I don't have
How
any.
long was that though that you tried that?
Probably all of 2022.
That is pretty recent.
Yeah,
Because it looks like they have a Facebook page, they have Instagram, they have um
yeah. I've been in those groups. I tried being on the Instagram thing and stuff, and it just, yeah, nothing coalesced from it. Nothing came together. And I was trying to message, and I was trying to message in like in a non creepy way, and make sure I was seen here and there.
mhm,
But it just,
yeah.
yeah, it didn't go anywhere. Nothing happened from it. So I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. 2023 is not done yet.
Like I said, if you're successful, it would piss off my entire, at least my mom and my aunt very much, which I'm not gonna be mad at. I'm just gonna laugh at it. I really am. It would just be fucking hilarious. It really would. It
Yeah,
would be
I would
so
just, and
hilarious.
she may not have anybody in the
Which
family,
is,
but
once
we'll
again, like,
find out.
once again, at least you reached out. At least you tried. I'm not gonna be mad about it if they didn't have anybody. At least you made an attempt, you know, and that's good enough for me. Really, that is. So I'd be fine if you even if you just message or be like, hey, you got anybody in these parameters?
Yeah,
Because I
well,
know a
and
guy.
yeah, and that's legit what I'm going to do because I told you, I showed you the picture. She had just got back from India. So I know he has a big family.
Yeah,
There has to be
yeah,
somebody
yeah. The
that's
yeah, the only requirement I have is that they preferably not be like
they'd be from,
they be from the U.S. or something, or they at least be brought up in the U.S., not like brought up in India. That's
yeah,
that's my one,
gotcha.
like, that's my one hard stipulation.
Well, and I think that would probably make trying to think of how to say this for a happier marriage for the simple fact you are born and raised here. I've told you that before. You're more American than I am. I
Yeah.
mean, you're like there. You have no accent. You have no. I don't even think you can speak. What is it?
Hindi?
Hindi? Can you speak Hindi?
I know some words here and there, but like, here's the thing. I understand it way more
Kind
than
of
I can
like
speak
kind
it.
of like Mexicans whose parents have came here, but yet they were born here. I know several
Oh
Mexicans
yeah,
that can't speak Spanish.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I like my grandmother. Both my grandmothers like spoke when I was a kid, so I understand it very well. I
Okay,
just cannot conjugate the words in my head to take to say them because
okay,
it requires an accent, and that's the problem.
gotcha. And you have none,
Yeah, I
so
don't have
okay.
an yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, it's funny when I tell people I'm from the South, they're like, you don't sound like it. I'm like, I killed that accent years ago. Um,
Yeah, yeah. You do not have that Tennessee accent at all.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
This is gonna
So
be fun. This is gonna be
I
fun.
am. I'm gonna browse through her page because she might have pictures with some family on here. I am. I'm gonna
You're
look at
gonna
her
you're
Facebook
gonna
page.
cyber stalk her.
I am. I am. Be like, hey, hey.
Like I said, if it ends up working out, they're gonna be so fucking mad.
But they'll be happy.
They
They
will.
might
I
be
don't know.
mad
They
at
might.
first.
You know what? Honestly, they might not be happy and just be like, "Oh, she's not good enough for you," or some shit like that. I wouldn't give two fucks. I really wouldn't. Um.
You would have to be the one that's liked her. So
Yeah, that's one thing.
whatever.
That's like, luckily, my aunt kind of is on my side about that. She's like, "Yeah, you're the one who has to. It's your life. You have to, live with her and deal with her and things like that." I'm just like, yeah. For some reason, my
Yeah.
mom doesn't understand that. She's like, no, it has to be this way. I'm just like, you do realize, like, I'm just not going to marry the first fucking like
Yeah.
brown girl that just bats her eyes at me. That's not how this fucking works. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
No.
I don't do that.
No.
No, my mom has tried to palm me off on other people before. It's fucking terrible. Even my older cousin like called me one day, like I think it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. He's like, "Oh, this Filipina girl that works with us. You should go, take her out." I was like, "No, are you fucking serious? No."
Oh, that's
Um,
funny.
God, it was so dumb, and like I fucking hate him. He's the older cousin. He's always been an asshole. Um, so him to call me out of the blue, just I kind of disregarded his opinion. I was like, you don't fucking talk to me anyway. I was like, why am I listening to you? There was another Indian girl that worked at our store, I think years ago. Years ago, she was okay looking. She was fine. But I
Yeah.
think she wanted to move her. She was having green card issues, and mom was like, "Oh, you should marry her because her card's gonna expire." I'm like, I looked at my mom and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, you should." I'm just like, "No, how is that a good idea?" She's like, "Well, we can keep her working." I was like, "That's not my fucking problem."
Oh my God, getting married because her green card's gonna expire.
Yeah, and like I
Mm.
sometimes I think I love my mom to death, but sometimes I think she's like brain dead sometimes, and when she says shit like that, I'm like, think real hard about what you're saying.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange sometimes, I swear.
Speaking of cousins, because you mentioned cousin, you were going to tell me about your cousin's wedding.
That's gonna be in another episode because
Oh,
that
okay.
is a
That'll be an
that is a
episode of its own. That'll be
that
next
is a
time.
because it is a very, very long story.
Okay.
It's extremely long and detailed with a lot of twists and turns, a lot of bullshit that happened. And I cannot name names because once I get more subscribers on this podcast, people are listening to it, and I name names, I may get in fucking trouble.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
so I don't want to. I don't want to, for legal reasons. I don't want to give any names out because yeah,
Oh God, I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Because it,
We'll
yeah,
save that for next time then.
yeah, it was an incredible shit show.
Jesus, I
It
can't wait.
was, it was.
I
God,
can't wait.
oh man, man, it was, it was probably the most fun weekend I had that year, but it was also the most stressful.
Oh God. Oh, I can't wait. We gotta wait another week to find out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So that was, yeah, it was just so many things, so many things.
Oh shit. But ScareFest is done with. That was fun. That was fun. We'll have to do it again next year. Are you guys gonna go to Whorehound?
We haven't heard any
Okay.
anything about that. I don't know if Jeff's has a table yet, or if he has to like yell at the dude again and get him to give us stuff.
Okay.
So we'll see. I hope we can get it. If we do get it, I will let you know immediately so you can,
Okay.
plan accordingly.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like the next closest one. I'm sure there's other ones that I would go to. Um, I think this was the last thing I had, and then I gotta focus on work for the rest of the year. Like work.
yeah, that's acceptable.
Between me learning lines for these movies here, but
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
you know what? Is what it is.
It is. It is. It is. It really is. Um, but yeah, I'll keep you posted on Horror Hound. I haven't heard anything
Okay.
yet. I probably won't hear anything until the beginning of next year about what's
Okay.
going on with that, or maybe I'll hear something about it in December. I don't know, but I think the idea is we want to buy 3 tables because one of our friends wants to get one for his podcast, and then we want one, and then Jeff wants to have another one to sell things at.
Okay.
So we have 3 tables, but but like once that happens, then I will let you know about the details of that.
Okay.
Yeah, because we'll probably get an Airbnb nearby or something and drive back
Okay.
and forth or whatever, and yeah, it should be fine.
Cool. Because I think Kathy was talking about taking her daughter to Whorehound too.
Cool.
She's not positive, but well, once you guys figure out if you're gonna go, then I may or may not go. I'll have to decide. That's too far in advance for me right now.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Yeah, but it'll be, I think March is when they usually do it in
Yeah.
Cincinnati. So yeah, it'll be March then
Yeah.
when it happens. But yeah, we should know. We should know in December or at least the end of November of what the deal is,
Okay.
because I know for this last one he had to damn near like fucking message the guy himself to get us in there. It was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, you were
So
talking about that. We talked about that for
God,
weeks
it's
until you
terrible.
finally got one.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. So
And then
hopefully
you were
this,
by the bathroom.
which like when I saw that table there, I was like, "Fuck you!" And then when it happened, we were there. It actually worked out because people kept passing the bathroom and kept seeing our
Yeah.
stuff and buying things, so it worked out. It was fine. But hopefully, um, yeah, we did that. But also, we may be changing it up to do the Lexington Comic Expo instead of Horror Hound from now on because
Okay.
Jeff did a comic show in Cincinnati and it was really successful. He made more money than he did at Horror Hound, so that might be the thing we do now.
Okay.
And the thing is that,
Nice.
well, and here's the thing: the thing is that the Lexington Comic Show has more celebrities and is the same weekend as Horror Hound.
Okay.
So there's that too.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely check it out. Speaking of comics, did you look at that comic?
I haven't had time. I think it's sitting in the car, so I'll go get it later. But no, I haven't looked at it at all. It's just been it's sitting somewhere. God.
You'll have to tell me what you think about it. So, for everybody listening, we were passing by this booth and this very nice artist he made comics, and he looked like he created a whole series. He gave us a free comic and said, well, if you like it, come back. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. We'll talk about it next time. Look at it and we'll talk about it. Let me
Definitely.
know what you think about it. Because I think Kathy accidentally gave you the one that I opened up, but I figured,
They're both the same. It didn't matter.
they're
Yeah.
both the same.
Yeah.
You'll have to let me know because I was flipping through it and I'm like, what the but
Yeah. Some
hey, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Some of the independent. I mean, once again, I'm glad to see more independent comics at these shows. It's always nice. But not everybody's good. And
Yeah,
it's
the drawings were great. I just don't
yeah, his
understand
yeah, yeah, yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah. His art,
His,
his artwork is really good because I saw all
yeah.
the covers, but it's just like that was an odd one to like. If you're gonna give one out, why would you give I assume your worst one
I would
like,
say it's probably his worst
yeah, it's like
one.
that's a bad thing to do because then people are gonna be like, look at it and be like, oh, you can't really write too much. So it's like, well, maybe you should, whatever.
Yeah, I don't, maybe that was one that wasn't selling and that's why he thought give it away. But yeah, I would have given, I don't know, the first one.
Yeah.
And then that would prompt people to want to buy additional ones.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it was just very strange.
I
Very, very
great
strange.
artist though. What he should do instead of comics, which this is terrible because of his passion is comics, draw pictures, do, postcards, pictures, because I could definitely see that. He's talented.
Yeah.
Just not a comic I would want to read.
Yeah. Well, no, I bought some indie ones from when I went to Florida with Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a comic book shop there. I bought a handful of indie ones and some other ones that I wanted as well. That I need to read and actually, and need to look into. I just haven't had any time because October just kicks my ass every year. Jeez.
Yep. Oh my God. And then we're getting into the fucking holidays.
God damn it, the
Oh
fucking
man.
holidays.
The
Jesus.
fucking holidays.
Uh,
Oh God. Next week. Next week is
Jeez.
November.
Well, at least my friend from California is coming down, and we get to do
Good.
the vampire ball in Savannah, which it's going to be weird leaving now because my boss wants me to come into work that Friday. So there's a little bit of it's not too bad. Like I don't know if I need to take her with me or she needs to get an Uber to my work so we can just leave from there, or what needs to happen because if I have to go to work, then come back and pick her up, and we leave again, we're losing like an hour.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. That's the only thing. I'll have to call her and talk to her and see what she wants to do about that.
Yeah.
Because because like we can leave at 3:30 because like the last podcast I will record for my boss is at 3. And it'll be about 30 minutes, and then I can just like pack everything up and just leave. And we can drive down. And it's about 4 hours. So if I leave at 4 and get there 4 hours later, it'll be about the time the thing starts. But I doubt anybody will be there like right at 8.
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna be
Oh,
there right
yeah.
at that time.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so we can check into the hotel and get dressed, and then eventually walk over. And like the hotel I have is like a block over from the event, so we're not walking far. So yeah. So I have it worked out. I just have to figure out that whole timing issue.
Okay.
But that's
Well,
the only kind of like hiccup I have with that. So
yeah. Well, you'll get it figured out. Then
yeah.
you'll have to take lots of pictures.
Yeah, I will for sure. But yeah, I also got a Halloween party happening this weekend too. So
Good.
yeah.
Fun stuff. Kathy and I are going to Monster Pizza Saturday night. They're having their pizza
Nice.
buffet and they're playing the remake of Halloween, the one that they
The Rob
did a
Zombie
few
one?
years ago. I think it's the one that it was the remake of the original Halloween. Is that the Rob Zombie one?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that. Like I said before, Rob Zombie's fine with his music. I have no problem with that. But his movies, for me anyways, are incredible dog shit. He puts his untalented fucking wife in all of them, and everything looks like it's.
Oh, I love, what is her name? Moon Zappa or whatever.
Unfortunately, I know her name, and I don't feel good defending her in this moment right now. Her name is Sherry Moon Zombie.
Oh, Sherry Moon Zombie.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew it was Moon something.
No, you're right. But it was just like, oh God. But I don't know. All of his movies look like they're made like he really loves the 70s.
Yeah.
And everybody's cursing. Like I understand cursing, but it's almost to the level of annoyance in all of his movies. And it's just, I don't know. You can tell he really wants to make Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but he's never going to get the chance because nobody wants him to. But he really just wants to keep making that version of every movie he's ever made.
Gotcha.
And it's just like, I can't.
Well,
man.
yeah, some of his movies are pretty damn bloody, violent, loud.
Oh yeah, they're
cursing.
Yeah, they're real violent. And
I
it's one of those
them.
things where it's like it gets to the point of almost like torture porn as well.
Yeah. No
And it's
wonder
like,
why I follow him on Facebook and Instagram. I do too.
oh my God. But yeah, it's just like I've tried watching, like once again, I tried watching the Halloweens and a couple other ones of his as well, and I'm just like, I can't, man. I really can't. I've given you too many tries. It's like, just fuck off, buddy. And like the guys on the podcast know I don't like him, and it's funny because they've often said is like if Rob Zombie ever shows up at a convention, you're probably gonna have to you're probably be the one who like I'll be the one who constantly annoys the shit out of him until I get like taken away from the convention or beaten up by him or something. It'll be terrible.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be a show for sure.
Oh God.
But yeah, I just don't like him. But yeah, tell me what you think about the movie whenever you watch it.
Okay, yeah, because I'm trying to think if I've ever seen it. I don't know that I've seen it, but yeah. So we're gonna. It's just playing the movie and then the pizza buffet. So we'll do that Saturday. So I'll let you know.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
then next time we'll have to talk about your party and your cousin's wedding and that comic.
The comic.
And then I'll let you that the comic we got for free.
Oh yeah, the comic. Sorry. Sorry.
Not a comic, the comic.
The comic. Okay, no, that's Sorry. Yeah, no, definitely we'll talk about that. I will make sure I read that or look through it before we get together again to record for sure.
Oh shit.
But yeah, damn the fucking wedding. No, you've never seen the show Community, have you?
No, we've talked about that before.
Okay. There's a character that Joel McHale plays in that show where he's kind of like he's a lawyer, but he does he's his name is Jeff Winger in the show, and he's like a man's man, and his saying is if a guy does a Halloween costume, he should always wear a suit or at least something the equivalent of, or like a cowboy costume or something. I was like, okay, fine.
Okay.
So I'm following that kind of rhetoric, and my costume is going to be Men in Black. I have the black suit with the tie and the white shirt and everything. I even have the little, I've got the glasses, I've got the little flashy thing and the gun and stuff. So that's going to be my costume for Halloween.
Nice, I love it.
So yeah, I literally need to go get my white shirt like pressed or dry cleaned tomorrow. I'll go do that, and that'll be it because I have the jacket, the pants, the shoes, and everything. I'm fine.
I love
so yeah,
it.
that's my Halloween costume.
Good. I think that's a good costume.
Yeah, it's just a regular suit with a white shirt. That's all it is. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any Halloween parties. Nobody ever invites me to anything anymore because I never go. But I like to still be invited because you never know, I might go sometime. You can invite me 100 times and I'll say no 100 times, but you don't invite me that 101 time, then I'm insulted because you didn't invite me. Because I know there's Halloween parties this weekend, but I wasn't invited. Oh well.
Gotta start showing up here and there. If people invite you 100 times, you at least should show up twice.
I know.
At least twice.
But then I have to like shower, put my face on.
Oh God. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Oh God.
I mean I understand that as well, but it's also one of those things where it's like I fucking love Halloween, so I will do it. I will shave my balls and go out. It's fine.
Oh God, saving some teeth out there, are you?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I have no problem. Plus once again, it's
gag
like
reflex.
Oh God. But yeah, once again, like all I did is order the fucking toys I needed from actually no, I bought them when I was in Universal. They were that Men in Black like ride there. I have the Ray-Bans already. I bought a couple of years ago, so I'm fine. The black suit I fucking have. The shoes I just wear whatever is comfortable. I'm not gonna wear any dress shoes. Fuck that. And I'm done. So
yeah,
it didn't really cost me too much. It didn't really cost me too much.
Yeah, that's fucking easy.
Yeah. So that's
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to talk about it next week then.
Yeah, no, I will for sure.
All right. Well, I think that's probably it.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, if anybody has anything they want to talk about, any Halloween plans, any parties you want to invite me to, ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com.